Our next oil pastel technique we're going to do is scumbling. And it's going to look something like that. Real scribbly. We're going to make gradation though. So we're going to go from dark to light, and we're choosing 3 colors. Since we're starting with this one, the warm one, here's my warm colors I chose. But remember, you can mix them. Anything from yellow, orange, orange, red, even red violet can be used. And so you're mixing. I'm going to use, and you have to use at least 3. So I'm going to start with these. And if I want to, I can add in some blue, a little bit, to the red to make it turn out red violet. Okay, so here I go, starting with my red. And I'm using the edge of this and I'm just rolling it back and forth. And I'm starting with a little bit of separation, but I'm going to go backwards and get a little bit more in there. You should see a little bit of white of the paper. I'm not pressing too hard, but over on the left I am pressing a bit because I do want to make that the darker area. Okay, so now I'm going to ease up on it, the pressure a little bit, and I'm trying to make it go lighter just with the red. Okay, so I'm making it go lighter and further apart because I'm going to add some orange into that. Okay, and that's going to happen right in this area, but we want it to change gradually. We want those colors to blend. And I'm going to keep going and lift up right here, and I'm going to let go and nothing's over there. Okay, so this is gradually getting darker. The lines got closer together, the scribbles, and also a little less pressure. Now I'm going with the orange. Okay, so my orange, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to start it a little bit over to the right. And now, since there's more space in the paper, you can see that white. You're going to start to see it more as a orange in here. And then I'm going to lift up. And I'm going to do a little bit more than I went with the red because we want this to blend with the yellow. Okay, so I'm still going backwards, scumbling, and there we go. Okay, so it's still gradually changing. It's going to read more as orange right here. And now I'm going to add my yellow. So I'm going to start in the right side. This is the lightest of the 3 colors. And I'm going to have it be mostly yellow over on the right. And I'm filling in that white space more now. So you're going to see much less white of the paper. And I'm starting to press harder. And now this orange is blending with the red and the orange. The yellow, I should say. And I'm going to go backwards and make a little bit more red-orange right here. And I'm going to go back towards the left. So what we want to see is these colors are going to start to blend gradually into each other. And I'm going back and forth just by checking them out and seeing what's needed. Now, once I put too much pastel down, or once I have it completely covered so you can no longer see the white of the paper, then it's a good idea to stop, unless you want it to be smoother. But this is a great texture, and we're going to use this texture on our work. Now there's one last thing I can do, and that is to add a little bit of a tint to this side with some white, and a little bit of a shade, or I can use my blue. I'm going to use a little bit of blue in here to make the very end a little darker. That will mix with the red if I do the red right on top. So watch what happens. The red is becoming violet first, and then I'm adding even more, so it's going to be a red violet. Okay, so we did that already in our color wheels, and now I need to use a little bit more coming out. And what happens when my blue mixes with the orange? Do you remember? It's going to be brownish. So we got to make sure we try to keep it away from that orange, unless that's what we're going for. Okay, so now it's really darker over here and gradually getting lighter, and you can see it's no longer accepting the color. Okay, so that's our first one. Oh, let me put a little white on here, see if it gets lighter. Right on top of that yellow, and a little bit right here. And I'm still just scumbling. I'm rolling the edge back and forth. I'm not doing any other blending. No smoothing with your fingers. You want to see that nice texture. And that's scumbling.